Hello, my name is Sonia Ross. I'm a spiritual psychotherapist, intuitive messenger, and author. And this is the weekly Metatron reading. If you would like a message of love, healing, compassion, something that encourages you towards transformation and gives you hope, then please listen to this entire message, because I'm sure that Archangel Metatron and any other angels or ascended masters that come through will have something for you today. So, welcome. And so begin by tuning into your breath, taking several nice long inhales and exhales, and just attuning yourself to the energy of my voice as we begin. Just continue to breathe, focus on the sound of my voice as we ask Archangel Metatron and the other angels for a message for this week, Spirit, for a message for this week. Knowing that you are always loved, you're always held, despite outward circumstances. They are present and they're here. I feel the energy of the angels. And just know you are always, always loved. And I want you to have more compassion for yourself as you move through your week. Okay. Archangel Metatron, what is your message for this week? A message of healing, compassion, and transformation. What message do you have for us this week, Archangel Metatron? Okay. The first card we get is joy and happiness. Joy and happiness. Okay, so that'll be the first card. If you're new to these weekly readings, we'd use a 7-card spread. We use the Amanda Ellis Archangel Metatron Self-Mastery Oracle. I usually link that information in the description box for those who desire it. It's a wonderful deck. So just continue to tune into your breath. See yourself encircled in a beautiful bubble of angelic light. And know that you are always, always, always held, and you are never alone, no matter what outward appearances may tell you. Okay. Check in that we have the right cards. All right. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Do we have the right cards for this reading, Archangel Metatron? Yeah, yes, we do. Thank you so much. Okay, so the first card we have is joy and happiness. It is the first card, and the number 1 is for new beginnings and new initiations. Okay, the second card we have is the Dimensional Gateway. This card has come up several times since I began these readings, and I'm pretty sure they came up in the last one I did. Dimensional Gateway. The next card, Indigo, Mystery and the Mastery of Life. This came up again. Mystery and the Mastery of Life. Yeah, I have more to say about that. Okay. Kundalini, untapped energy. Untapped energy. Okay, New Dawn, welcome back. Okay, we're being welcomed back home. We're being welcomed back home. Transformation, light and dark. Light and dark. Okie dokie. And the Void, retreat, rest, and pause. So we've gotten this Void card before. This has come up before. And so we have a lot of repeating cards. Now, mind you, this deck has like 45, 50 cards. And so we have 4 cards here that I've had in other readings. So the themes for this week are joy and happiness, the dimensional gateway, an invitation, indigo, the mystery and mastery of life, kundalini, untapped energy, new dawn, welcome back, transformation, light and dark, and the void, rest, retreat, rest, and pause. And so we have two cards that are about new things. The initiation of new joy and happiness in our life, and the new dawn. We're being welcomed back. We're being welcomed back. Welcome back to what? Welcome back to lost parts of ourselves. And let's also go ahead and pull from the interactive deck. And this is about, the interactive cards are about our shadow, about the parts of ourselves that we often overlook and suppress, but that we can't suppress on our path to healing, right? Let me see. Is this the card you want, Spirit? I don't think it is. Let me check. Is this the card you want for the interactive deck? Okay. So, Spirit, please tell us. Please point us toward our shadow. Please point us toward our shadow and the parts of ourselves that may be hidden from our conscious awareness that need to be brought to our attention. Please point us toward our shadow and the parts of ourselves that are hidden from our conscious awareness that we need to be made aware of. Okay. What would you like to tell us about our shadow, Spirit? What is it? What are we missing? What is the collective missing that we need to be made more aware of? What is the collective missing that we need to be made more aware of? So continue to breathe and tune into your breath, knowing that you are in the right place and the right time for whatever is happening in your life, despite the struggle. Okay, that's not it. Despite the struggle, you are in the right place and the right time in your life, no matter how awkward or uncomfortable it feels. If you feel awkward or uncomfortable right now, wherever you are in your life, that's just because you're growing. That's because you're growing and you're healing and you're transforming. And right now, the cocoon of transformation just made me feel very, very tight. Well, once it's taught you, once the cocoon has shown you, taught you, or made you aware of all it needs to show you and teach you and make you aware of, you'll burst out of it. I know sometimes the cocoon can feel very tight, even like you're suffocating, but you are growing and you're transforming and changing. So just always remind yourself of that. There are no mistakes. There are only greater awareness to be gained. There are no mistakes. What do you have for us today, Spirit? Okay, so this is interesting because I feel like Mother Mary is here as well. And I have two cards now that have children in it. And so what Spirit is saying to me, and I'll bring this up again, is that it's time for us to begin to connect with our inner Christ light and our inner child, and understanding that that inner Christ light can help with the healing and the innocence that really lies within us. Okay, and so we'll bring this back. So Spirit, Archangel Metatron, angels, ascended masters, Mother Mary, please tell us, help us. What would you like to say about joy and happiness? Joy and happiness is your birthright, and there's not anything you have to do to earn it. You just have to accept it as a divine part of who you are. The challenge with human experience, they're saying, is that everything seems transactional. And we have a lot of programs running that say, you can only be this if you do this. You can only have this if you gone through certain experiences and proven that you deserve it. But Archangel Metatron and the Divine Mother are saying that is not true. You are joy. You are happiness. That has nothing to do with needing to earn anything to do that. That is a natural part of who you are. They're reminding us not to exile any parts of ourselves. Know that your joy is within you. And if you are not connected to it, it's just been covered over by the healing and the transformation process that you are currently going through. Understand that healing and transformation is not a burden. It's a process that helps us to grow into more of who we are so that we can truly know ourselves, and that you can be in a process of healing and transformation and also still have your joy and know that you deserve it. They're saying there's never any reason to cut yourself off from your joy. Your joy is how you connect to the divine, how you hear spirit, how you listen to your intuition. And the joy keeps you in a higher vibration. Joy is not intellectual. Joy comes from the heart. What else would you like to say? This is interesting. So they're also saying that joy is an act of surrender. And that sometimes when we live in this world, we feel like we cannot surrender because things seem dangerous. And they're not talking about, invalidating your physical reality in any way, because sometimes we are in unsafe situations, but they're talking about but that sometimes even if we're past the point of imminent danger or imminent challenge, we still will not allow ourselves to surrender to joy or connect to joy because it doesn't feel safe to do so because of past experiences and programming. And they're saying, please connect to your joy. Please understand it's safe to surrender. It's safe to give into that softer feeling, that feeling that it connects you to who you truly are. And as I'm looking at the cards, I'm seeing that 2 cards have yellow, the dimensional gateway, and the card that does say yellow, and then a lot of cards have blue. And so just keep those cards in mind, yellow and blue, because yellow has to do with our sacral chakra. Excuse me, yellow has to do with our solar plexus. Okay. And our solar plexus is, yellow is also a color of confidence. So let's keep that in mind. What else would you like to say about joy and happiness? They're saying that happiness can seem like it's in short supply on the earth plane. Happiness can seem like it's in short supply on the earth plane. What can help us so that happiness doesn't feel like it's in short supply? Quieting the mind, connecting from what's within, connecting with what's within, listening to yourself, listening to your intuition, not minimizing yourself because of external circumstance, giving yourself the compassion you need to understand yourself better, understanding that you're not limited and that you've never been alone. A kingdom of angels surrounds you, waiting to help you cross whatever thresholds you need to cross in your life. You're never without love, mercy, and guidance. Mother Mary is here. She's saying she's never turned her back on any of us. For all the abused children, for all the, children who had to be adults in chaotic home situations, Mother Mary is saying she's always there. You just didn't know to call on her because you didn't have that knowledge at that time. But she loves all. She loves the most vulnerable, and she loves the exiled. And she's also saying the parts of ourselves that we've exiled, she's going to be the example for us and how to reconnect with those exiled parts of ourselves. And here we have Jesus here, the Christ energy, just here to remind us that it's that same energy that we can reconnect with. That Christ energy will help us to connect with those exiled parts of ourselves as well. What else would you like to say? So Mother Mary, she's here. She stepped forward more, and Archangel Metatron is stepped back. She's saying your wisdom lies in what you've been through and what you've learned. Don't think that what you've been through is a mistake or a burden. Yes, you've been challenged, but also you've been challenged so that you can grow. And understand that you can grow in the choices, you can grow in the direction of your choices. Remember, in the face of any adversity, you always have choice. You have a choice how you think about it. You have this choice about how you, the narration you give yourself of around the situation. And Mother Mary is saying, the power we have, the messages we give ourselves regarding any situation we're in, that is the most powerful thing we do in a situation. And wherever you are in your life right now, this may not make any sense, but it will one day, and you'll understand better and better and better that your mind is your greatest ally and your greatest enemy. Your mind has the secret to the truth of who you really are if you allow yourself to surrender to it and accept it. And the truth of who you are is never bad or evil or negative, despite any hardship or adversity. And again, Mother Mary is saying, I am here for the vulnerable and the exiled. I am here for the vulnerable and the exiled. She came through in another reading, and it was very, very beautiful. And I'll put that one in the description box or link it in, and I'll say, tell you that her energy came through and it's so beautiful. And she just like she's wanted to wrap everybody in her dark blue midnight blanket of love and protection. Okay. And so with this, Mother Mary is saying she has an invitation for us. She's inviting us to the dimensional gateway where we can be transported to a new place and a new time, where we are not our past, where we are not our mistakes, we are not our confusion, we are not our loneliness. And she's saying that confusion can be around a lot of us like a fog. What else would you like to say about that, Mother Mary? Like a fog, she's saying, confusion can be around us like a fog that denies all of our joy and takes us out of our joy. And it disconnects us from the essence of life. But when you surrender and give yourself permission to accept joy and happiness, you can step into a portal, a new dimensional gateway where we are truly who we always were and who we came to this dimension to remember who we are. We came to this dimension to experiment and find out who we are through a process of exploration. So it's okay to release and give yourself permission with love and compassion to release the fog of confusion. No longer be confused about your energy, no longer be confused about, your energy. There's another word she said. No longer be confused by your, no longer be confused. No longer live in a place of confusion. Understand who you are. Don't let anything confuse that for you. Even if there's just a kernel of belief about it, she's saying to trust it and know that it can grow. And she's saying, she's taking me here to the cards, the mystery and the mastery of life, indigo. She's saying, understanding the mysteries and masteries of life, understanding the mystery and mastery of life on this dimension is why you came here. It wasn't an accident. It wasn't a mistake. It doesn't matter how you were conceived, she's saying. It doesn't matter how vulnerable you felt, how unloved you felt. And she's bringing my attention to children who were abused as children, adults that were abused as children, children who grew up in foster care, children who just felt very displaced. She's the Mother Mary. She's very focused on children. She's talking about any child that felt displaced. There are no accidents. You are on this planet because your soul chose to be here, regardless of the circumstances or the choice you made to enter it. Regardless of how your soul chose to enter into this world, There are no mistakes. There are no accidents. Your soul made a choice. It was intentional, even though some people may say it was accidental. It was intentional on the soul's path. And you came here to become a master of life, a master of life, a master of your mind, a master of your physical health, a master of your mental health, a master of your emotional health, and a master of your multidimensional self. That is the mystery of life. Why am I here? She is saying you're here. Sorry. She's saying you're here because you chose to be here. She's saying you chose to be here on a subatomic level, in a wide, layered, intricate plan. You chose to be here. So she's saying, step back into your power. She's saying, feel her midnight cloak wrapping around her, wrapping around you. And actually, let me see if I can find her card. I'm sorry if I sound stuffy. I'm recovering from a cold. Here she is. Here she is with her pretty self. She says, I am here. Feel me wrapping my cloak around you. Knowing that no matter how, she's bringing up the theme of child abuse. She's really protective of the children, especially the children who've been abused. She's saying, for children who've been abused, adults who are the survivors of child abuse, she's saying, you are loved. It does not matter what you were told when you were younger. She's saying you are loved. You are loved completely, and you don't have to do anything to earn that love. Her love for you is complete. And she wants you to feel yourself being wrapped in that cloak, in her beautiful midnight blue cloak of unconditional love, compassion, and acceptance. And she's saying, when you come in touch with your inner child and that feels vulnerable or feels activated, she said, imagine wrapping yourself in that beautiful, beautiful cloak and call on her, and you'll feel her presence. How are they feeling your presence, Mother Mary? As warmth, compassion, and love. You'll just feel a huge, just a very beautiful, energetic shift into warmth, compassion, and love. And like, she's saying, like, you'll feel like you're just wrapped in a gentle bear hug. It'll feel deep and it'll feel nourishing and it'll feel so, so sweet to you. And she's saying, that is me. You will know I'm here. She's here for all abused children, all vulnerable children, all the inner children within ourselves that feel exiled. She's saying, I love you unconditionally. It doesn't matter what your parents told you or your caregivers or how unwanted you felt. She said, I love you unconditionally. And she's saying, there are no accidents. She says, you were wanted by the universe, and that is why you are here. So she's saying to embrace yourself, love yourself, and understand that there are no mistakes. Okay. Thank you, Mother Mary. And she's saying that when we connect to the true source of our power, the true source of our wisdom, we're going to unlock and tap into so much untapped energy. When we just are operating in our lower chakras under the frequency of 200, where we're like, we feel stuck, we feel trapped, we cycling through thoughts of the past, we'll feel that, we'll feel very low energetically. But when we begin to heal, begin to welcome the exiled parts of ourselves, begin to embrace our true reality, who we are multidimensionally, and that we are loved completely, we will tap into untapped energy within our energy body, and we will have a true awakening. And she's saying it doesn't have to be fast. It doesn't have to be intense. It can happen slowly and lovingly. But she's encouraging us, and also Archangel Metatron are encouraging us to tap into the true energy of who we are, to tap into the true energy of who we are, and know that this untapped energy is our true nature, that this untapped energy is our true nature. What else would you like to say? And she's saying that untapped energy is our potential. It is our potential to expand, and is our a potential to grow and to see ourselves beyond our current limited perspective. Ask for healing, ask for attunements, ask for, she's saying upgrades. Is that the right word? Yes, she's saying upgrades into the higher dimensional versions of ourselves. But know that when we do this, when we tap into this untapped energy, we cannot leave our inner children or those exiled parts of us behind. We must take a healed approach, and we must take all of ourself with us. Don't leave the traumatized parts of yourself behind. Don't force them out of your mind. Call on her, call on Mother Mary, call on the angels, call on the angel Amethyst for hope and healing, and to help you with your metamorphosis in this transformation. Because as you ascend, and we say we want to go higher, for those of us who are on that path, if we say we want to go higher, we have to take all of ourselves with us. We can't still live in a segmented way, the way we do in the third dimensional reality. Know that this untapped potential is who you truly are, and you deserve to experience it. And then she's saying you'll be welcomed back. You'll be welcomed to a new dawn, a new reality, a new experience, a new way of seeing yourself and being yourself. And understanding that you are all things. You are compassion, you are vulnerability, you are love, you are wisdom. Don't feel like the new dawn, the new beginning is in conflict with your past or anything that you have gone through. Your past has helped prepare you for the path that you're about to step on. And that if you have questions of why you had certain experiences, begin to ask and then begin to listen for the answer. If we're not especially attuned just yet, we'll get it through books, media, messages from friends, whatever the case may be, external sources. But as we grow more in tune, we'll be able to get it for ourselves through our journaling and our automatic writing, when we connect to our higher self. And she's saying connecting with your higher self will give you more answers than you ever thought possible. And then trust what you receive. Trust that you're being welcomed back home, and that the dawn is here for you to be reconnected to your true self, which is a master of life. That you'll be connected to your true self, which is a master of life. And again, this is why she's been bringing up the part about the exiles. She's saying it's about transformation. It's about the light and the dark. So these are the exiled parts of ourselves. But we have to shine light on them so that we can step towards the light as a full integrated being. No part of ourselves can be left out in the transformation and healing, she's saying. And she's really focused on the exiles. I'll just explain what exile is for those who don't know. It's kind of similar to the shadow, but the shadow has a negative connotation, because I'm a psychotherapist. It has a negative connotation. So she's saying that exiles are the part of ourselves that we were made to feel are unworthy, unlovable, unknowable, the parts of ourselves that are unacknowledged. But she's saying, please hear me. There is no part of yourself that should ever be exiled. And while you may not have been able to accept yourself, or people who did not accept you in your life for a variety of reasons, you can accept yourself with love, compassion, and kindness. So you have to bring your exiles out of the shadow. And that's why this card was coming forward with the Christ energy into it, to say, you have to shine a light on all these parts of yourself. You see how this Jesus figure is radiating light, and it's like expanding outward, and he's talking to the children. We all have this Christ energy inside of us, and that if we tap into it, it can help to expand out and reach those exiled parts of ourselves. And Mother Mary will be here to support us on this journey, along with Archangel Metatron and all the angels. But Mother Mary is especially because this appears, this is her domain. This is her domain. Because she's the mother, she's the divine mother. And so she wants us to be brought back into wholeness so we can truly fulfill and truly fulfill who we are and feel whole inside. You're always loved. And don't, what are you saying about bother, please? You have never been a bother. You've never been a bother, she's saying. So maybe that'll resonate for someone. And so then she's guiding us to about the importance of stepping into the void, about getting to know these unknowable parts of ourselves. And in this void is where we retreat, rest, and pause. And this is where we know these unknowable parts of ourselves and tap into our true nature. Because we have so many cards about crossing a threshold, right? We have the dimensional gateway. We have a new dawn. Dimensional gateway, a new dawn, and then stepping into the void. So we have multiple cards about crossing a threshold and going beyond what we know so that we can have a new beginning. So she's saying, remember to rest and retreat. She said, rest and retreat and find comfort with me because I am always here and I'm always available. And if you're afraid of stepping onto a new path, a new journey, a new sense of being, a new sense of knowing yourself, she's saying, feel my energy wrapping around you. Breathe it in and know I am holding you. And you can rest in the comfort of my arms and I will take you where you need to go. If you've ever felt like you didn't have any support, especially in a parental figure, she's saying, I am here. What else would you like to say about rest, retreat, rest, and pause? She's saying, I am here. That is all you need to do. And the angels, we all stand around you. Just call on us and invite us in, and you will feel our presence. And she's saying, don't second guess yourself and talk yourself out of it. Trust your first thought, your first healing, your first feeling, if it feels immediately loving or calming. She said, if it feels immediately loving or immediately calming, that is her, and to trust that. Don't second guess it. That is her. And she would like us all to do heart-centered breathing for 5 minutes a day. She said she wants you to imagine a pink color surrounding your heart. Put your hand over your heart. See a pink color like over your heart. And then as you do that, breathe for 5 minutes and knowing that healing energy is healing your heart and that you're working through any challenges with grief or heartbreak. Anything else, Mother Mary? So she is said thank you, and that is all she has for now. So now we're just going to ask for one card from any other angel who has a final closing message for us. If you like this video, please give it a like and a thumbs up. Hit the bell notification and subscribe to the channel, just so you can know when the messages come forward for healing. We do this weekly in order to uplift the planetary vibration, to help people heal, to help people work with their inner children, to help people work with the exiled parts of themselves, and knowing that they're always loved and supported. Okay. So Raziel is here. Their inner workings. There are hidden truths below the surface. Dig deeper. Raziel is here. Okay, so I'll go to the book today. Let's see. That's Hope you're doing well as we bring this message forward. Raziel means the secrets of God, and he is the angel who governs all the sacred laws and workings of the universe. This incredible angelic being is dedicated to those who want to live with purpose and leave a legacy of healing on the earth. If you are someone who feels that there are unseen spiritual laws governing your life, or you want to have a deeper, more personal understanding of God, the universe, and all things spiritual, Raziel is the angelic guide who can help you take that deep dive. Now, as I was reading, he gave this additional message. He said, he helps those dedicated who want to live with purpose and leave a legacy of healing on the earth. And so additional thing that he's saying is, you leave a legacy of healing on this earth when you heal yourself. You leave a legacy of healing on this earth when you heal yourself and you are not in the vibration of fear, projection, and reactivity. And that can be your legacy. You don't have to specifically be a healer, but to be a healed, whole human being who is not projecting their traumas and their pains onto other people and is continuing to elevate and raise their own frequency. Archangel Raziel, it says that can be your legacy of healing. You can still be a hairdresser, you can still be an accountant, you can still do whatever. It's not about outward experiences, it's about inner knowing. Your message from Archangel Raziel: your spiritual gifts and talents are beginning to blossom, but in order for your life to come into greater alignment, it's important for you to dig below the surface. This is a time to uncover truths, knowledge, and anything else that has been hidden from sight, including in your own life. Angels want you to understand that spiritual work isn't just about learning or reading. It's also a deep internal excavation where you begin to see all that you have faced, all that you've learned and overcome is part of a greater unfolding that allows you to live with meaning and purpose. And so that was the message of Mother Mary about the exiles and bringing in those parts of yourself that you had maybe abandoned or disavowed or turned away from. It's about a deep internal excavation where you face all that you've been through, you learn what you could from those experiences. I know that what you have overcome is a even greater part of your greater unfolding. And the more you heal, it will add more meaning and purpose to your life and give it so much more depth and richness. This isn't the time for you to hold back, he says. Lean into your gifts with confidence, knowing that they are taking you toward an even more aligned experience on earth. If you are feeling any resistance at this time, it shows that you want to make a difference and are concerned about doing things the right way. This awareness is what will lead you to greater knowledge and the expression of the talents that will help you heal others. When we heal ourselves, we can heal others. And the simplest way we can do as far as healing others is not being reactive and projecting. When we're really in a healed space, we can see where others are coming from, not intellectually, but when they are still emotionally reactive, we can see that and we can be like, oh, okay, I understand. And I don't have to respond in the way I would have in the past. And we won't feel any type of way about it. We won't feel like, somehow we've let things go, or you just be like, okay, well, I see what's happening here and I don't need to respond in any particular way. So that's our message for this week. I hope it had meaning and resonance for you. If this message has meaning and resonance for you, leave me a comment, please. Let me know how you're doing, how you're feeling, how it resonated with you, how it sat with you. Let me know how you experienced Mother Mary in this reading. Just, share your thoughts in your comments, okay? I respond to pretty much every comment. If you like this video again, please consider subscribing to the channel, turning on the bell notification, becoming a part of our community. It's small. I'm not going to say that. It's not small. I have 539 subscribers, and I think that's awesome. So if you're here and you're listening to this message and it resonates, please consider subscribing so that you can be notified when I post these videos, which I do weekly, almost weekly, depending on other things, but almost weekly. I've been fairly regular. And know that these are always messages of healing, hope, compassion, and transformation. And if this resonates with you, please consider, helping and being a part of our growing community. A community that's about love and compassion and healing and metamorphosis and transformation, and making sure that not only are we spiritually well, but we're mentally and psychologically well as well. And the two are intertwined. They're like this, right? Okay, so my name is Sonia Ross. I'm a spiritual psychotherapist. I'm an intuitive messenger, and I'm an author. So I hope you're having a wonderful day. I hope this message finds you well, and it gives you something that you can hold in your heart for the week. So you have a wonderful week, and peace.